Hello, everyone. This is Nicole Doss, the CEO and founder of the Prestige Society, and I want to welcome you to Pink Radio with Prestige. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about trying something new. For some reason, not for some reason, it's because we are human beings. We get very comfortable in habit. That's right, doing things that are of routine, but yet we are the same beings that do not necessarily feel so excited about the kind of results that we're seeing. But yet, we're still comfortable doing the same old things. So today we're going to talk a little bit about what we need to do, what type of steps we need to take in order for us to see change. Now, you know that I do not believe in just sitting up on high and looking down low. Whatever information I give you, whatever information I provide, it's really around things that I have experienced myself. And so therefore, I see that there is a necessity for me to share with others. So if you've read my book, Rock Your Life, then you already know about my gremlin. And if you haven't read my book, Rock Your Life, I encourage you to go out and buy it because you'll understand A, what a gremlin is, and then B, what my gremlins are and how they impact me. So with my gremlins, and with me always looking at weight and my image, it's so interesting to me how I can say that I need to lose weight or say that I need to eat better, and then at a drop of a dime, get a cheeseburger or get French fries. It's interesting how with my business, I can say I absolutely need to learn how to build a team better when it comes to my business because I have done so successfully in corporate 9-to-5 jobs. But when it comes to my baby, Prestige, I feel so guarded that I do not share tasks or different types of activities that need to get done, and I need to get better at that if I really plan on building this empire the way that I want to. So with that, what's really interesting is how although these are things that I know that need to happen, that need to transpire, I still repeat the same activity, which is, indulging in a cheeseburger and order French fries, or not utilizing people around me who have expressed to me their desire to work on the Prestige team. So what I decided to do is to get all of my excuses out of the way. So that's what I encourage you to do. So first, I'm going to ask, is there something in your life that you so desperately want to change? Something in your life that you know you should be doing differently? Something in your life where you feel that you are not all the way satisfied? And if that is the case, then I ask, to name that thing out loud, so that you can just kind of put it out there and you know what it is. So if it is your business, if it is your career, if it is some things in your life, because I got to tell you, you can't be a successful entrepreneur and think clearly and make sound decisions if there's a lot of mess going on in your personal life. So if you can just say whatever that thing is that is a little messy or that is a little frustrating for you in your life, just name that thing out loud. So now that you've done that, and let me just give you silence for a few minutes, or actually seconds, so that you can kind of think of what that thing is. All right. And now that you thought about it and you said it, I want you to think about, what can you do? Like, what are the things that you know you need to do? Now, before you answer, there's two types of people in this world. The one person that knows what they have to do, but always says that they do not know. And then the other person is the person who knows what to do, and they know that they have to do these steps. Actually, there's three people. But they just find tons of excuses of why they can get started. And the third person is the person who knows what they have to do, and they know they've been procrastinating, but they're ready to take that first step. So, are you person A, category A, personality A? And that A personality, this is not a real A personality, just so that you know, because type A in real life is not what I'm about to explain. This is just for our conversation's sake. If you are person A and that person is the person who does not know at all what they need to do and you feel absolutely stuck, recognize that, because we're going to speak to that in a little bit. If you are person B and that person is, you know what to do, but you find every excuse, and you don't think they're excuses. You truly believe they're challenges. You truly believe they are real barriers that are keeping you from being able to do what it is that you need to do. Then recognize that at this time. If we were in the classroom, I would have you raise your hand, but we're just going to have you recognize it and just raise your virtual hand. Okay. And then letter C. If you're person C, and that's the person who knows what they have to do, they're ready. They know the steps they need to take, and they're ready to take action. Recognize that, and you can raise your virtual hand at this time as well. So first, let's go ahead and talk to person A. Hey, person A. Hey, Diva A. You're the person who doesn't know what to do. You have no idea what to do. So let me let you in on a little tiny secret. The reality is that you actually do. And it's deep, 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 deep down inside, and for some reason, you're blocking it. So when I talk to clients who are in this space, they're blocking it for a number of reasons, and it's not all their fault either. So reason 1 or A of why you block. So the first reason is why you block is because of the fact that you have been programmed for so long to think a certain way that you cannot unprogram yourself. Let me give you a great example. So when I usually work with individuals who have been employees for a really long time and have not worked in an environment where they have been challenged to think innovatively, who have not been challenged to bring new ideas to the table, who have not worked for organizations that encourage new ideas, you haven't really participated in like focus groups or in think tanks at work, and now all of a sudden you're asked to be an entrepreneur. You can't think about nothing other than your new title, and that is whatever title you've given yourself. And so let me tell you what that looks like. So let's just say person who is stuck, who does not know what steps to take next, and they don't know what to try new, and they're completely lost, and so therefore nothing happens. If you've told yourself that now you make cake pops with your business, and you have never ever in your life have been the person who thinks outside of the box because you just haven't been told to, you've always known how to operate in your role, that means that when you jump into cake pop world, all you do is you just make cake pops. You have no clue how you're going to create an enterprise based off of this niche. All you know is that you stay in your lane and you get up and you make some cake pops. You may make chocolate, you may make red velvet, you may make some vanilla with some sprinkles on them. Hey, you might even get a little creative and make gold or make silver, and you might even make the handles fancy, but that's as far as it goes. At the end of the day, what do? You make cake pops. The person who is used to thinking innovatively, they're the person that's like, oh, I'm going to create a DIY channel on YouTube because if I get enough people, then there's ads and there's an amount of money that I can make with the ads and the amount of people that come on to subscribe to my channel. You also think about a DIY, like, oh, maybe for those people who want to do crafts with their kids, I can make an ebook where I can show them really cute and fun ways where they can incorporate their kids, and I can give a shorter version of the ebook for free on my website. But if it's a little bit more in depth with more detail and more really fun, clear, beautiful, vibrant pictures, then I can charge that for a nominal fee. Then if you also realize that you have a website where people can come and buy things from you, you say, well, maybe I should blog about this and some of my experiences where some things are working and some things don't, how I try new recipes and how some taste great and some you should just stay away from. Those are the things that a person who isn't stuck, that's the person who's interested in really thinking outside the box. That's how they think versus the person who says, I make cake pops, so I make cake pops and that's all I do. So if you are the person who is stuck and you do not know where to begin, Recognize that you really do, but deep down inside, you have to become unprogrammed. And you can begin unprogramming yourself by first meditating and praying every day and letting God know that you are open to anything that He is bringing to your life. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to find everything on your own. That just means that you are open to people, to resources, and to opportunities that are going to find their ways to you. And when they come to you, ask God for the discernment so that you know how to utilize those opportunities and that you know how to utilize all of those gifts that He is giving to you. Because God could bring you something and you can be completely oblivious to how to actually use those things. So you're going to go ahead and you're going to ask for discernment. You're going to ask for direction, and you're going to ask for just some guidance on how to best use those gifts. Secondly, we're going to move on to the next person because we're running out of time. So that next person is going to be that person who knows what to do next but has 10,000 excuses on why they cannot do it. Hello, let me tell you, your number one problem is you. I know that was harsh, but it's you. And let me explain to you why. If you listen to my last podcast around excuses versus barriers, the reality is that you could either say that you could really spend your time. And let me just give you an example of what I mean by this. Okay, person B. Let's look at me, Nicole. My gremlin is my weight. So I can say, well, I know I need to go to the gym and I know that I need to work out, but I have 2 kids and a husband. I work a 9-to-5 and I run my own business. I don't just run my own business, but I run my own enterprise where I am offering multiple services to multiple people. And then I have a membership organization where I am then also providing a service to all of those members. And then I have a website, I have a blog, I have a newsletter, and then I have a podcast. I have all these things. I do not have time to go to the gym. I'm sorry. And then because I'm always on the go, I can't always make the smart decisions when it comes to eating. So if I have to grab a random cheeseburger, then so be it. That is a person who knows what they have to do, but likes to use their barriers as excuses. But let me introduce you to Nicole, who understands that I am in my own way. At this very moment, I am currently doing a podcast while I am sitting in the parking lot of the gym that I am about to go in the next 2 minutes and 26 seconds. Because I know that I have to figure out creative ways to juggle it all. Ask for help and support. So my husband is home with the kids while I am on my way to the gym. And I said, you know what? While I'm on my way to the gym, I am going to do a podcast. Multitasking. That is a person who realizes that I can either continue on a lifestyle where I allow my barriers to become the reasons why I am just not doing anything, which is an excuse, or I can become creative enough to try something new. So this is a weekend, right? So let's talk about what happens on a weekday. On the weekday, I get up at 5 a.m. and I go to the gym. Now, I don't know how long that's going to last because I am so not a morning person, but I have to try it. And I have to try it and see how that works for me in order for me to say whether or not I like it or not. But for the full week, it's not bad. And then I have my 14-year-old daughter who joined in with me. So I'm very thankful. So for those who are persons, letter B, of those B type of personalities, listen, guys, understand that if you know what you're doing and you are causing your own demise, that's shame on you. And you have to recognize that you are the person that's causing your demise. The sooner you realize that, the sooner you're going to jump into action and you are going to do the things that you need to do. Wake up. Stop being a zombie. You are so aware of how you are causing your own demise. You are so aware of what it is that you need to do next and what you're not doing. So what you have to do is you got to put on your big girl panties and you really need to figure out what it is that you're going to do today to jump into action. And don't just jump into any type of action. Jump into action that has true meaning behind it, that has true purpose behind it, that can really align to what it is that you really want to do. If you want to lose weight, Nicole, and run this empire prestige, get smart about your time management now. Okay, and that's what I did. Remember, I'm in this journey with you. I'm not sitting on high and looking down low. I'm in it with you. So with that, the last person who knows what to do and they just need to do it, guess what? It's time to act.